Meanwhile, America's top public health officials are applauding results of a one-shot vaccine, even though it struggles against a newer, more contagious strain of the coronavirus. The Johnson & Johnson vaccine was trialled in the United States, South Africa and Brazil, proving an effectiveness of 66%. Correspondent Greg Jennett has more from Washington.
It's a single-shot vaccine, so it's unique compared to the Moderna and the Pfizer products that are already being injected into the arms of Americans. 43,000 people were involved in the Johnson & Johnson clinical trials. Now, before anyone gets into head-to-head comparisons between the effectiveness rates from these various clinical trials, doctors here are warning that they should avoid such comparisons because Moderna and Pfizer, yes, they achieved effectiveness rates of 94 and 95%. The Johnson & Johnson product is at a headline figure 66%. It was dragged down a little by the South African situation where a highly contagious strain of the coronavirus is very much at large there. It was only achieving 57% in that element of the Johnson & Johnson clinical trial. But Dr. Anthony Fauci says not to be too concerned about these lower numbers. Pretty much any effective vaccine will only add to the national effort to suppress this virus, which has cost so many, 400,000 plus lives in America.
It's really a wake-up call for us to be nimble and to be able to adjust as this virus will continue for certain to evolve and to mutate as we get more pressure, particularly immunological pressure. And that would be, in general, an incentive for us to continue the research endeavor, but also to vaccinate as many people as quickly as we possibly can, because the best way to prevent further evolution of a virus is to prevent it from replicating. And you do that by vaccinating people as quickly as you possibly can.
Okay, so where to from here? Well, regulatory approval has to come from the Food and Drug Administration. Johnson & Johnson is suggesting that it'll probably seek that approval within the next few weeks, and then it really starts to ramp up production. Production which is already underway. They're supposed to have made about 7 million doses already, and the company is indicating that it can achieve production runs into the hundreds of millions, even billions, once all approvals come through here and elsewhere.
Upscaling, as we developed the vaccine over the year, we started with building new plants in March last year, as we knew this was going to be a very significant challenge for the world. We are producing in the US, we are producing in Europe and in Asia. And so in parallel, in the three sites over time, and in the three continents, we'll be able, before the year end, get 1 billion vaccines to people. It's in upscaling mode throughout the year, and so more details on where we deliver, when, at how much and at what time we'll do jointly with the governments as we come to the conclusion on the manufacturing and approvals in the next few weeks.
The President wants this package worth about 2.2 trillion Australian dollars passed as quickly as possible, but it has been slow going. He needs this money for pandemic relief generally, but also to get basic things like vaccination shots into arms across all of the states, which are pleading for additional assistance. So the President invited into the Oval Office Janet Yellen, but you can hear from his own words that he is very, very eager to get this package passed. You'd have to think within weeks from now.
It's not only that people will be badly, badly hurt if we don't pass this package, in terms of increased rate of death, in terms of poverty, a whole range of things. But we will also be hurt long-term economically. We need to make these investments so the economy can grow.
So there's a bit of messaging going on here to Republicans on Capitol Hill, and the White House is keeping all its options open. It may not need bipartisan agreement. It can go down an alternative, somewhat more controversial route to get funding approval. That's called reconciliation, pretty much doing it alone with Democrats only if needed. And that's the gun sort of pointed in the direction of the Capitol right now.